Alright, we're back. We're backity-back. Hang on. Did it, like, take into account the pause I had? Can I go back and see Dr. Wily's castle? I want to see this. In fact, I'll probably just, like, jump ahead to this point. And I can start the episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I think I cheated at Wordle. I'm fairly certain I did. Check the first 2 minutes of the previous episode if you're curious what I'm talking about. I don't know, I kind of ran the books. It's like, yeah, I know what words my friend Chrono Trigger uses, and I happen to use something that Wordle tells me that my friends are doing. Like, I know the 2 words Chrono Trigger uses for Wordle all the time. And I knew which ones were green and I knew which ones were yellow. I didn't know offhand just because I can combine the information. Financial analysts call this, I can think of it. What is it when you're like born as a twin, but like you are half one person, half the other? It's chimeric. I can't remember. I just don't remember. Also has something to do with arts. Alright. That hard hat saves your life, Mr. Metool. It's probably Metool to be like a helmet. I don't care for the spikes, I'm sorry. Okay, this is driving me nuts. I don't know. How do I explain this? If something's on my mind and I can't think of it, my brain puts it at the highest priority possible. When you combine public information with private information to trade, it's called illegal insider trading. No, it's not. It's called... Okay, so there's immaterial private information that not everyone knows. And then there's material public information that everyone knows. And when you combine them, it's called mosaic. I didn't even look that up. Yes, my arms are up because I feel like I won something. Somewhat. I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. Why not? Mosaic something or another. Mosaic information combining. What's an example, Cappy? Okay, so let's say that you know that mergers increase stock price of the bot company. It's just how it is. I can vouch for it being true. The average is like 15 to 20%. That's kind of a wide range to be talking about an average, Cappy. I know. This is hard. Okay, so private information. You are in a fancy restaurant and you see Company A founder with Company B founder, and they're just having dinner. This information means nothing, because, you know, if the public knew, they... Oh. Yeah. But then you go through, you're like, hang on, maybe there's something to this. And then you go through your financials and you're like, hey, you know, if Company B bought Company A or vice versa, it would actually be really make a lot of market sense for whatever reason. That is public information, you know. Anyone else could have looked at that and been like, yeah, that would make sense. And everyone else has those financials. I can't believe it doesn't refill my weapons upon beating Dr. Cossack. Okay, but yeah, mosaic. What was I saying about mosaic? Why did I need that word? Literally, you could see the percent RAM of Cappy's brain filling up on what was being used to deduce a word. I already knew the definition, so I didn't even need the word. In a way, this kind of makes me feel too overly concerned with appearances. Oh, it's a giant meat tool. Well, we're gonna giant Pharaoh shot you. How you like them apples? That's not a lot of damage. Maybe a drill? Open up again. Nope. Ring? I did nothing, but that's because his helmet was down. Of course. The Meat Tool is secretly a fan of Sonic games, even more than Megaman games, and he feels like he'll be outed and fired if it ever comes out. So, seeing a ring reminds him of this, and he successfully... Oh, really? So, you know, he gives up because he figures that I'm, like, threatening to tell the Capcom bosses about this. I'm gonna die to a meat tool, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah, I suppose I am. Well, I want all my rings back if that's gonna be the case. Refund. I wouldn't be doing this if I got all my weapon energy back on death. There's a mod for that, I'm sure. It's kind of a nice thing to have. I mean, I don't know. He hits hard when he hits you. And then when he stuns you like that, I'm not going to take that much damage. Boop. And boop. Yeah, I'll take one. That's... one is fair, okay? One is fair. Kind of. Open up again. I was going to show you. Huh? Gotta go fast, right? No, don't tell, Inafune. Took me a minute to remember that. I don't really remember that for some reason because of... Oh my goodness. Do I have this on Audacity? Am I recording this on Audacity? I have to be sure. I am. Okay, gosh. You know, it's all fun and games, but, you know, there's been a time where I recorded a whole episode and then I was like, alright, let's check out how Audacity went. It didn't record anything. Not because Audacity was being a jerk, but because I didn't even hit the record button. It happens. It happens. Oh yeah, the Wordle. The Wordle was the mosaic, public information, private information. You don't need to cheat to win at Wordle. Let's be honest here. And cheating is actually pretty easy to do. You can just look up, what's today's Wordle? And it'll be like, oh yeah, today's Wordle is words. Some sort of 5-letter word. Some of them are pretty common. I think it only feels unfair to me. This is actually kind of danceable music. It only feels unfair to me when it's like some sort of weird Victorian word that hasn't seen use in over 100 years. Was that worth it? Maybe. Oh yeah, I can take these things out. To dinner. Our chef's special tonight is Pharaoh shot. Right to your face. Come here. See? It rewarded me. Dun, 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 dun. You gotta have balloons or rush jet for this. There we go. Has a little bit on the back of rush for that. Hey, in case you give me weapon energy. I'll take it. Thanks, Eddie. This has gotta be the most Eddies I've seen in one episode of anything ever. Eddie, did you come back? No? Okay. Eddie, come back! You can blame it all on me! I don't know, it feels kind of odd to be saying that. Is Eddie your real name, Cappy? No, it's not. I literally don't know any Eddies. Offline. Double checking. Yeah, I don't know any Eddies. I might know an Ed. I might have known an Ed or two from way back. I might work with an Ed or two at work, but I don't know any Eddies. You gotta be careful about these things. There's Eds, there's Edwards, there's Eddies. It's kind of like, it's a whole cultural thing. Really? Okay. Can I just burn you? Yeah. And so I did. Kind of like Andys. You can't just call every Andy an Andy. Sometimes they're an Andrew. And sometimes there's Andy Andrews and there's Andrew Andys. Does that make sense? It kind of doesn't to me, but you know, I did once. My older brother knew an Andrew that would actually punch you if you called him Andy. I don't know, maybe Andy's just too in the past for him or something, like, you know. Or like Bob, Robert. This is always a fun one to talk about because, like, when there's this comic called the... Oh, I can destroy this. I love that comic. I can destroy this. I'm actually going to use it as a farm. But yeah, there's a comic called Life Cycle of a Robert. And you're born, and your name is Bobby, for some reason. And then you become a kid, and you become Robbie. And then you become a slightly older adult or kid or whatever, and you become Rob. And then once you, like, graduate college and get into your first job, you're a Robert. And then once you're kind of older and you're, like, set in your ways and you're, like, about to retire, you become Bob. And then you're buried under a tombstone and you're RIP. R.I.P. I should have gotten more weapon energy, but I was way too focused on the whole Robert thing. I don't know that many Roberts either, but they're fun. I once asked a Robert, hey, have you heard of cooked Berts? And he's like, cooked Berts? And I explained to him that I was making a facsimile of his name with the whole raw, like it's uncooked Berts, raw Berts, and he's like, oh, you're one of those people. Oh, I'm gonna go call Human Resources now because we're actually at work and you're one of my coworkers. No, he was actually cool about it. He was like, that's weird. I'm weird to people at work. For their birthday cards, I would write some Da Vinci Code bullcrap in there. My most famous of which being, I wrote a series of numbers on one of my coworkers' happy birthday card that would spell out the word happy birthday if you dialed it into a phone thing. You know, a phone 3x3. You know how you have the numbers 789, 456, 123. If you did those numbers, it would spell out in lines a letter, and it all spelled out happy birthday, and it was really long. And I was like, so what did you think of the puzzle? He's like, what? Oh, that. What's it mean? And I had to explain. She's like, okay, that's cool. I don't know. I wasn't all like, I want to even try anymore. I was just like, you know, fair enough. Even I thought this was a bit much. This is an interesting boss. Maybe Feral Man. Again, I ask, is the auto captions coming up as pheromone? Because that'd be funny. If so. I think the Mega Buster's doing the best here. Also, you know, Eddie giveth and Eddie taketh away. I will be using E-Tanks to get by. The sprites guys are blinking. I can't tell where I am sometimes. It's hard to aim. No. I said no. You have to take that into account. Why we? I use an E-Tank. I get some rewinds out of it, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to remember to, like, close or tone down the flashes, but if I forget, and I hope I don't. Actually, I won't. Oh, actually, I was gonna say this in the last episode. I watched my own videos at double speed. Now, some of you, like Jaeger Kid, watch this on YouTube at triple speed. And, you know, to that I say, wow, pretty cool. I wonder where I sound like at triple speed. I can't do that because, you know, it doesn't let me. It only has to go up to double. But I sound normal. Except when I double speed at home, we have double speed at home, I sound a little more high-pitched. And so, you know, I don't really get full feedback on my own voice. I'm just watching, like, who is this guy with the slightly higher pitched voice who's playing this? And then, you know, he's using the same words as me, so it's like, oh, this must be Eddie saying this. I know, that's weird, playing this.
And then, you know, he's using the same words as me, so it's like, oh, this must be Eddie saying this. I know, that's weird. I'm gonna get some coil.
I'm gonna get some coil. You broke my coil? No jets. Not yet. I'll take the case. Alright, so firing a big one only takes... Actually, does take more energy. Huh. Learn something new every day. I've had enough Pharaoh-flavored hot sauce. Let's go for some lemon. Okay, my controller stopped working for half a second there. G. Don't need that. It's not because I, like, farmed or anything. I just don't need it. Alright. Time to face the robot masters. Oh. Okay, cool. You know, it's kind of funny because Megaman 1 did not have this. It was, you just ran into the Robot Masters on this level as kind of a thing. And so you didn't get to pick what order. Not that it matters. What was your weakness again? Why can't I pause? Okay, so Skull was definitely for heavy, or Dive Man rather. This guy's made of rings. So I think his was dust. Nope, it was not dust. You broke my drill. Nope, not drill. This guy is drill, isn't he? He looks like he's made of rings. That's why I'm kind of thrown off. Okay, so let me see. Definitely not Skull, though. I'll try Toad. That looked like it did something, but I assure you it did not. It's Dive. And it hurts him because he knows that this is the superior projectile. The fact that it homes, the fact that it makes sense, stuff like that. He has a long-standing rivalry with Dive Man. And, you know, this doesn't even... His weakness is supposed to be Frogman of all things, but, you know, the fact that, you know, Dive Man, who gets all the things he wants out of life and doesn't even try, just hurts him so bad that his weapon makes him hurt. I don't know. Bright Man. You know, I never figured out his weakness. Is it dust? Are you weak to dust, Mr. Bright Man? No. I mean, it hurts. Oh, it's indeed Toad. You hurt, Bright Man. You hurt. I'll take the Eddie Tank. That's what the E stands for. Yeah, alright. Did that eat my Toad Rain? It did. If such a thing is even possible. Why do you do so much damage just from touching me? Honest question. Die, 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 die. But not me. You. Okay. How are we looking, by the way? 6 lives, burgers and fries. Ring. I don't know, Skullman. Something tells me you're gonna die in 7 days. That is an old joke. You know what? Fine. Be that way. Take one of my lives. Ah, my back. Okay. Cappy, don't do something if it hurts you. You always hurt the ones you love. Is it dust? It's dust, isn't it? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We send Skullman into the Earth's crust. I got that from Rocko's Modern Life. Did you ever watch that? It's an interesting question when I have international viewers. And I do. I'm not going to tell you. It's a secret. But sometimes you'll be like, oh man, do you remember this cartoon? And they'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, well, do you remember this cartoon? Like, oh my gosh, it's practically our national anthem. And it's like, well, over here it's somewhat, you know, it's known, but it's like, it's been a while since it's been played. Example, Cappy? Woody Woodpecker. There. I said things. I'm going to restart this, or E-Tank, if things go badly. See, everything comes easy to dive, man. It's just so ridiculous. I can totally see where Drill Man is coming from with this. All I'm saying, Dive Man, is if there was a luck police, you'd be pulled over. I don't remember what you're weak against, but I remember I can actually kind of beat you fairly easily with Megabuster. Okay, so it's not Pharaoh Man. It's not Ring Man. It's definitely not Bribe Man. I know that for sure. I already beat something with Dust, didn't I? Fairly certain. It's gotta be Drill then. That's process of elimination, unless we're talking about, you know, weak to his own thing. And I think Megaman 3 started this whole thing where each man was actually weak to their own weapon. But you wouldn't know that until the second encounter. I don't know if it's true in Megaman 4 though. Okay, that's right. This is Dust Man. Wait, does that mean he's weak against Dust? I gotta try. I gotta see. I gotta know. Okay, they stopped doing it in Megaman 4. I forgot what you're weak against, brother. Rings? Are you a secret Sonic fan too? Huh? Check out this latest copy of the Sonic comic. Introduces Kitsunami, the Fennec. I don't know. I just find the idea of a anti-hero tales kind of weird, but funny. But also, what? Okay, Bright Man. Nope, I called it wrong. It's not him. It's not Pharaoh Man. It's Ring Man. I'm going based off of what I've used. So that kind of makes it kind of hard to figure out what he's weak against. I think it's... Yeah, it's Pharaoh Man. Oh, gee. Could use that, refills weapons on death thing now. I'm doing this... I'm doing this time mage-wise. How do you... I'm Doctor Strange, okay? I'm just actually exploring every possibility of this fight. I have fought this guy 100 times. In 86 of them, I have won. He's got a pattern cap, you just learn it. No! You think I could just do that? I'm going back to full health. I'd be more chill. I'd be more thrill. I would be more pill about not doing rewinds if I had... Oh. Your rings do nothing. It's you. It's always been you who does the most damage, Ring Man. That's why you don't believe in yourself. You only believe in your rings. And then one day you're throwing your rings at some danger clown named Hisoka... I forgot his last name. Morel? And he sends his rings back at you, but then you shoot your rings back at him, at the rings, to stop the rings, and then he slices your head off with cards. You think I'm joking, but that's actually what happens. Except it wasn't Ring Man, it was more of a Coin Man. And by Coin Man, I mean ignore all that because it's slightly spoilers and also a very sad death, but also kind of establishes that you can't get attached to anybody in Hunter x Hunter because everybody dies at some point. I'm going back to full health again. I think I've kind of learned his patterns now. And by that I mean I just need to bang my head against the wall even harder. I'm not going to take damage from him. It's too much. It's too much. I can't do that. I won't do that. You can't make me. Oh boy. What are you doing down there, Ringman? You were supposed to beat Megaman already. I'm sorry, sir, but he keeps rewinding time every time I hit him. Drat! I don't know. That's kind of what Wily sounds like in the cartoon, isn't it? You ate 2 E-tanks. 2! He has a pet. Shut up. Just shush. I mean, don't shut up, but, you know, definitely consider shushing. Alright, there. Well, at least this one's a give me. Alright. Point at the sky. Alright. I see it. I haven't even actually fought this guy. I should probably freeze him when he's on the ground, actually. Would make this easier. Oh, he's getting closer. He's about to approach a frame where he shoots out a projectile. I'll be nice. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to give him something. If there was an achievement for not taking damage from Pharaoh Man at all, I basically got it. Except for that. Okay, so what would you have me do? On that note, I'm still missing the, what looks to be a hidden weapon here. I know this is like not a very fun time to be doing this, guys, but I'm curious now. Big in for hidden weapon, hiccuping while talking, adapters, items, and blah blah blah. Strategywiki.org. Verification successful. Huh. So I guess Pharaoh Man could go up or down? Huh, I did not know it was... I guess I did know it was multi-directional. You can also blow up the drill bomb when you want. It's cool. Alright, I don't need to read that anymore. Oh, there's the wire adapter. It's in Dive Man stage. By looking up, Mega Man can fire a grappling hook to pull himself to heights even greater than those reachable with the rush coil. I don't want to say that would have made a huge difference. Yeah, it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. Sorry. Okay, well, we're back. I'm back. We're done. I can't freeze time here. Oh. I can't Pharaoh Man here. That did nothing. Back to the start. You know, backwards it looks like he's eating marshmallows or something. Okay. Alright, I think this is where it starts. No. No. Bad. Okay. Is that so? I think I get it. I think I get it. Capcom is actually known mostly for making fighting games. And making fighting, or getting good at fighting games is actually very frustrating. So they probably figured, oh hey, we should probably make it as hard to get good at the single player game. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what would... Let's Memento Mori him. Let's stop the, stop that. That's something. Drill? No. Ringu. No. Well, I know dust is very annoying. No, apparently not. Drill? Drive? I don't know. Back to full health, please. What didn't I do yet? Toad? But I don't have any toad. Did I gotta go behind him and shoot the back or something, or what? It's worth a try. Now it's multi-directional somehow. What do you want me to do? You were supposed to have enough Frogman for this part. Yeah, I guess so. If Dr. Light's named after Thomas Edison, who's Dr. Wily named after? Albert Wily, so it's like Albert Einstein. I don't know where the whole reasoning comes from. Probably something to do with atomic bombs or something. It kind of makes sense when you think about it that way, I guess. This wasn't required, though. What do you want me to do? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing this. Wait, hang on. Let me just get my full health and then I'll pause it, because, I don't know if, while it's unpaused, if it, like, takes up more time or something like that. Or, you know, it takes up the rewind time. Regardless of whether Will Smith says yo or not. Is this how you beat Megaman at your friend's house? You bet it. Yeah. Okay. So, I just want to know, is it requiring me to have leftover energy that I can't have? Megaman 4 Wily weakness. Sure. Wily Machine 4 mmkbfandom.com, or well, megaman.fandom.com, whatever. 2 stages. First phase is weak to Ring Boomerang, which does 3 damage and can destroy the skull in 10 hits. A charged Mega Buster and charged Fair Shot also do 3 damage, but given the Ring Boomerang does not need to charge, it is the most recommended option. The second phase is weak to Drill Bomb, which can destroy the Wily Machine in 4 and 7 hits due to the blue gem's altitude. The Drill Bomb will ding off the body. As such, you'll need to time the button press as to detonate the drill bomb so the explosion hits the gem. As the myth bosses, Wily Machine 4 takes 3 damage from a fully charged Buster Shot but is immune to Pharaoh Shot. A lesser known way of attacking the second form of Wily Machine 4 is to walk underneath the machine and use the wire adapter that Captain Thief didn't get because he didn't know to hit the vulnerable gem. If the player is lucky, the wire will hit the gem once on the way up and potentially again on the way down. While each hit, the wire deals only 1 damage. If Megaman is far enough underneath the machine, the Wily Machine 4's energy orbs don't even aim at Megaman. Fine. I don't know what you want of me, because I'm all out of drill. I mean, not all out of drill, but I mean, come on, guys. Hang on. This just became that one Mega Man 2 boss where I can't afford to have any of this not go through. Hang on, I shot some, didn't I? No, I didn't. It just feels like I did because of how little I have. I need every hit to hit. You get back in here. Come on. Get back. I don't know how we're supposed to hit it with the Mega Buster, is what I'm getting at. Alright, E-Tank. I know, Stolen Valor, this wasn't a real win. Summon rematch, GG, good game, whatever. I'm not even upset. Not like the whole Yellow Devil thing, it's just... I was trying to hit him with the Mega Buster and it just wasn't going through. So, I don't know. If this is supposed to be one of those things where you're supposed to find out, oh, yeah, just go ahead and game over. What? Okay. The wiki said nothing about this. But yeah, if you're just supposed to game over at the Robot Masters, then do the Robot Masters again, and then have full energy of drill to take on them. I guess that makes sense, but I don't know. I didn't want to fight the Robot Masters again, I guess. Okay, this feels like a Mega Man 2 reference. Let me guess. Oh, won't you? Guys, you won't believe this. I don't have any weapon energy. Or don't I? Okay. So, big fan of Final Fantasy XI I am. I grind things. I grind things a lot. I had to make a whole bunch of some sort of soup for the Imperial Relief effort, which is not a regular thing. It was added for Horizon itself. And I farmed the hell out of wild onions. So a grind like this shouldn't even be a problem for me. I guess this gives me time to talk about something, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about sharing. You remember those children's books? I kind of do. I remember having a bunch of them. I also remember dangling a Kleenex, or a tissue if you will, over a candle. And then the Kleenex caught fire. And then I dropped the Kleenex because it was hot. Oh, by the way, I was 5. I was not, like, in my 20s or something like that. And it went into the carpet ground and started catching the carpet on fire. Oh, I should be picking up this weapon energy. I'll fill up Toad first, I guess. And, oh wait, I can do this. Yes. Good. And it caused, you know, I grabbed one of those Let's Talk About books because they're hardback. Aww. And I just covered and I like smushed the fire out because it worked. And hey, good job 5-year-old me for figuring that out. And then I covered the part of the carpet with the book because it was kind of in the corner. You know, no one really noticed if a children's book was just kind of laying there and never got put away. And it wasn't like a really bad scorch mark, but it was definitely visible. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. I guess it's part about the whole farming wild onions thing. I didn't have to really micromanage so much. Just kill goblins, get stuff. It goes in your inventory, you don't have to claim it or anything. Whereas this one, I have to use the right weapon for killing them, and then I have to use the right weapon to pick up the thing. It's a little more complicated. Is that the way to make money as a low-level Cappy? No. The real way to make money as a low-level, at least on Horizon, is to take your level 10-ish self to Fort Gelsba Outpost, join a party, get Signet for the love of Altana, and then just, you know, EXP there. You will get a ton of Fire Crystals. Fire Crystals are worth 2.4k per stack right now. I know because I've been buying them. And yeah, you're gonna like make a lot of money if you have a lot of space for them. So do that. Just level. Now, if you're trying to make money to actually level with, well, I feel bad for you, son. But I got 99k, but a farming problem ain't one. Okay, drop. What else can you do? There we go. I'm full of toad now. Let's get some drill. Let's get some pharaoh. Just so I figure out what he's weak against. I feel like I need a bunch of frog. I didn't look it up. The wiki didn't tell me anything. Yeah. Well, any goblin thug has a chance of dropping wild onions, so, you know, try that too. My apologies to anyone who's been, you know, keeping this secret all these years, but, you know, it had to come out eventually. This sacred 20-plus-year-old knowledge that everyone knows by now. What else? How strong are you? Can you go to Gideus? Especially on Horizon, because they made it so that you can farm a particular, or not farm, but actually harvest, like actually get out a sickle. You have to have some money invested, especially in some field gear, so you don't break your sickles all the time. And then you need to buy sickles, which are very expensive, I will admit, and they break. Just, you know, harvest a whole bunch of harvesting areas. Cotton's worth it. Red Moko grass is definitely worth it. Last I checked. There's a particular herb you get on Horizon itself that just gives you money. It's part of like a quest that they manually added into the game. But they also added so that it gives you no Windurstein fame. I can't blame them. But it does give you like 400 gil per thing, I think. That's kind of expensive. If you can't afford that, or you're not anywhere near Windurst, just, you know... Are you in Bastook? Okay, go to Zarin Mines. Get some pickaxes. Start mining up the place. Again, you'll want field gear, so you don't break your pickaxes all the time and get nothing. Supposedly, worker gear is worth it, but, like, the worker's tunica is 100k. And if you've been listening to the numbers I've been saying this whole time, 100k when, you know, I'm talking about 2.4k like it's a lot of money, means that 100k is, guess what, a lot of money. Another thing you can do is you can try to flip things. Oh, hang on. You can buy things from NPCs and sell them. I don't know exactly what, though. It's been a long time since I've done so, and the last time I did so was actually by accident. I was breaking down bronze knives from the weapon store in Bastook, and I accidentally brought some knives because I was thinking, knives. And the knife was right next to the bronze knife. And so I bought some bronze knives, or I bought some regular knives, which are level 20 as opposed to level 5. And I was like, well, damn, I just wasted like 6k. No, 4k. And then I checked the auction house, and they're worth 3k each. It's like, oh, I made a slight amount of money. Assuming these sell, but then they sold like that night, so I was happy. I'm not saying that I definitely recommend doing that and only that. It's just, you know, look for in-demand things. Okay, I feel like this is enough. I only have one E-take left. This is enough just so I can see what he's weak to. Or maybe this is just a cutscene where he's like, okay, you win, sorry. Ooh, cyan. Okay, so... Huh. Gotta be quick, Megaman. Okay, I'm trying. How do I hit you? Okay, so it's not that for sure. Hang on guys, we're farming knowledge here. I'm gonna go back to full health. I would like it if I could rewind twice or 3 times as fast, but then again, we've also seen how bad that's worked out for me. I've only got one E-take, guys. I lose that, I don't get it back. This isn't Mega Man 3. Okay. It's gotta be something they actually aim at his face. Hang on. So it's not drill. Hang on. Let me try Pharaoh real quick. It's Pharaoh, okay. Which makes sense since this is multi-directional actually. Really? You don't say, wowie. Does he even exist? I'm gonna get my Pharaoh stuff back, hang on. In fact, I might actually go right back outside and fill Pharaoh all the way up at the top, just because now I know. That's kind of what this was about, was I just wanted to know what the weapon weakness was, so I wasn't filling up something needlessly like Frog. Oh, wow, look at that, I filled up Frog. Great. You know, actually, Pharaoh Man's actually close to full. I'll do it fair though. Yeah, it's almost full. This is kind of pointless. Why am I like this, guys? I don't know. The thing about rewind though is that anything you rewind is no takesies backsies. I can't just hit forward again. Alright, get back out there, Mega Man. Oh, just in time. Okay, let me fill up Pharaoh real quick, and then I'll play it for real. I just need to know what he's weak against. Really, this isn't too different from just game overing and filling up that way. Nothing's really on my mind. Except the phrase, don't talk about FF11 over and over again. Not, don't talk about FF11 over and over again, but the phrase, don't talk about FF11 is over and over again in my mind. There you go. That makes sense? I like to think it does. How long are you there? Okay. Do I survive one of these? I feel like I don't. I think it's just important to find out where he is. Okay, yeah, there we go. Escape the Skull Castle and complete Mega Man 4. That's the only achievement I got out of this whole thing. That's why retro achievements feels nice, because you get achievement for each for each man you beat. Yeah, I figured. Danger, danger, danger. That looks like a smiley face back there. Again, I apologize for the fan, but I need it. Just imagine that I'm fighting Airman in real life while playing this. It's tough. But since I'm wind elemental, I take a lot less damage, so it's like actually not hurting me at all. You come up with an excuse. What's with the... Hang on, let me see that. I want to see this cutscene again. For once I'm using the rewind, and it's biblically depicted purpose. Okay, yeah, right. It's the UFO flying off and then Megaman leaving. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. Huh. That might be a problem for the wildlife. Alright. Hooray. Was Megaman 4 good? I liked it. Bamboo. Eddie likes that. Inaf King, I'm fairly certain is Nafane, but that's just me guessing. Oh, hang on, come a little closer, Mr. Microphone. There we go. Yeah, I liked Megaman 4. The weapons were fairly okay. I feel like they had purposes. I just kept forgetting to not just try to lemon the entire level. I liked the homing dive missiles. The ring could have been a bit better. I don't see how it's much different from a lemon. I think that's one of the tricks about weapon design in Mega Man is you really shouldn't make anything too close to the lemon. And I should turn around and say the Pharaoh Man's ability is also like a lemon, but it's not. You can charge, you can shoot in multiple directions. The ring though only goes forward. There might be something you can try to pull off with, like, jumping to change its direction with the ring when it goes forward, but it just doesn't feel different enough. Time stop we've seen before, but all the same, I like it enough to say, hey, go ahead and bring it back a second time. That's cool. Frog Band, Screen Wipe. The fact that it didn't work on so many bosses bothered me, actually. It reminds me of enfeeblements or like debuffs in RPGs, not working on mooks but not working on bosses. That's one thing FF11 does right. Enfeeblements work on bosses and you need them sometimes. Yeah, there's bosses, but only for certain like missions and stuff. Okay, which one of these is made by the guy who went on to do One Punch Man? I can't really say that like I know his name off the top of my head, so it's not like I'm gonna read and say, oh, it was him. No, I don't know. I don't know, I'm sorry. But hey, Mega Man 4 down in 3 eps. That's pretty good. So I did Mega Man 1, I did Mega Man 2, I did 3, I did 4, I did 5 a long time ago. I did 7, I did 8, I did 9, I did 10, I did 11. 11's honestly one of my favorites, mostly because the graphics look nice. But I have not done 6. The more astute of you have noticed I skipped 6 in that countdown. So yeah, this Mega Man, even though May is just about over, and Mina the Hollower Mana the Hollower is about to begin, I need to do 6. And Bloody Control says 6 is his favorite of the NES ones, so cool. I don't know what his favorite one overall is, but yeah. High praise coming from the BK himself. I felt like this one was easier than 3. Though, maybe I shouldn't be talking when Hi, Eddie. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be talking when I had to use rewind a bunch. Oh, hang on, I just hit the pop filter. Probably didn't have any effect on the microphone, but all the same, I apologize. And once again, we are stuck on a screen we can't escape. Yep. Alright, what did we miss out on? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to call that good. We'll do Mega Man 6. Not tonight. I gotta go back to the main house, avoid the Borzoi. I have only read this word. I have only read this word. I've only read this word. Alright, hang on. 1. Eddie. Megaman Wiki. What is his name in Japanese? Be honest. Is it head guy? Miscellaneous information. It's literally Eddie. And I can read that in Japanese because I'm smart like that. Not really. But I do know how to read some katakana as it is. Okay, second thing. How do you pronounce Borzoi? Why is my Brave not set to have a homepage button? Who does that? How to pronounce Borzoi?
Borzoi.
Huh. Learn something new every day. Alright, and if you say it 3 times in one night, he comes and gets you. I don't know. Okay, I'll stop. I think they're cute. They have really long noses. They're very playful. I'm not going to let one image of them taint my experience of them. Yeah. Besides, it's already rolled over the next day, so maybe it's an even day he only wants to play. So yeah, I'll be back with Mega Man 6, War Mean of the Hollower. I don't know. I really don't want to leave one Mega Man left off the Mega Man. And if I were a real Mega Man fan, I'd try to do Mega Man and do all 11 games in 1 month. Which would be possible. I mean, if I can do each one in 3 days, that's still a few days over. But, you know, maybe I can, like, speed up some of them or something. I don't know. I would definitely have to do rewinding and all that other stuff. So, yeah. Fun. I liked 4. 4 was pretty good. 4 was a good Final Fantasy. 4 is a good Mega Man. 4 is a good Resident Evil. 4 is not a bad sequel number. Except for Silent Hill, I've heard. Again, I'm a tourist. I can say these things because, you know, you can just write off my opinion because I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Wave to the camera, Eddie. Both of you.